We're live now. And we've got Operation Belly of the Beast that we can do, which we actually will be doing this on stream. I don't think I've ever played Ascension on stream before. Maybe once, like one round of it at one point, but I can't quite remember.
Ordis keeps a tidy ship.
Good, I hope my ship's tidy, Ordis.
Reluctant to allow animals on board.
I'd be very scared if it wasn't.
Experience, animals do not eat so much as reload.
Yeah, I could do the steel path variations of some of the missions, but I'm like, I really don't care. We're just getting through them done. We got priorities right now.
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target.
Carolina.
Stay focused.
Oh yeah, all these guys are going to be Jade Blight Eximus units as well. For the,
Bring them in.
you notice all the Eximus units. Same thing with the Ascension mode, it's going to be all Jade Blight. But it'll make sense for if you understand the lore why. Which we'll get into some. I've already done Jade Shadows. I did this when it came out the first time. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, I remember doing this the first time it came out. And staying up every so often. Extra few minutes just to make sure I got that one set of mission that came, like one set of mission that came every half hour. See which ones I could do, then popping off immediately afterwards. Being like, oh, I'm up 3 minutes later than I wanted to be, or not 3 minutes later, but like, oh, I'm slightly up later than I wanted to be because I wanted to do the mission. Oh, I gotta make sure. I mean, it was a little irresponsible, but look, I'm just here to have a good time right now. Not make good life decisions. There's a difference. We crossed that bridge when I got into streaming.
Great work. I am pleased with your performance.
Okay, you can see I had 2 spare. And I intentionally made sure I had some left over just for the sake of keepsakes. Just remember, because I never expect this to come back, is the thing. I never expected this event to come back in any capacity. Like, that's a big major thing.
A new quest is available in your codex.
Orders on Lorunda, which is the Mercury, right? Yep. It's been genuinely 2 years since this came out. Oh, feels weird. Feels weird, man.
Ordis is the volatile
Coming to
notes.
it.
Perhaps the operator needs to take an Ordis knows the stories of Orden Karas.
So yeah, I got this, and this is where I got all this. This is where I get the hate skin.
Is not dissimilar to what they did
And
to
you
him.
get a whole bunch of this
Both
stuff.
were used in tough choices. Ordis does not envy the operator.
This is where we get to play the Stalker.
Could Ordis have saved Jade?
Vestigial
Ordis
modes.
has rerun the simulation of the event
That's the main stuff.
4,043 times, and Ordis has still not found a satisfactory course of action.
Huh.
Do these all right, operator? Who does Parvos Granum think he is?
Yeah, I have all these
Bringing
already
up
too.
ghosts from the past.
This is
Does
new
he think
though.
that will get under Ordis' skin?
This
It
is
has
new.
not. Really? Really? Ordis is fine.
I don't think Ordis is fine. But yeah, so this is new, this is new. These were Nightwave things. Like, all of these were Nightwave things. Same thing with these mods, which I actually will pick up copies of for later. The very minimum, I'll have those beyond just these two. Because I got 140 I need to spend, and that's about it. And I'm just, I got mine. The first time. Also got Archon shards, we get 1 per customer. Which I'm not gonna complain about. Then we get a whole bunch of different arcanes. This is also where the Krios Signa for the first time from when I remember it, low guardian. But yeah, as you can see, I have most of this stuff already. It's not really that big for me. But we're getting this. We're getting this. Maybe like 1 or 2 copies of this, honestly. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe that's not what I want. Because those would be kind of rare. I'm gonna get a couple of them at the very least. I think I'm gonna spend at least 2. Though I have 1 spare if I ever want another one. These I'll see about getting a couple copies of just for the sake of having. Obviously, we're taking 1 copy of these each. No reason not to, and then...
Very well.
Yeah.
Parvos Granum already has. All right, operator.
Stalker
Bye.
time. Yeah, we basically get a squad, and then we get 1 extra person popping in as the Stalker. You don't get to see who they are. And they don't get to say who you are. But... And here's the whole gimmick. Stalker, as long as Stalker doesn't die, we're good. Built different, chat. This is looking really cheesy. I wish I could use my actual build here. But I mean, Stalker is basically the same one as you get in Juviri. Can I not get stuck on the corner, please? But still, I love the fact that we can play as a Stalker. It makes me happy. I've missed doing this. I wish this was permanent. But yeah, as long as I don't die, everyone in this squad gets bonus rewards. That's the big thing. And I'm sure when we do it regularly, we'll get an actual Stalker to help us with this too. Okay, we got the elevator section now. I remember this being annoying. We need to get the moats to power the elevator. I don't know if they can actually see that or not. I probably can't now that I think about it, because you need to start looking for beacons, though. We're looking for any guys with moats to them. I got Bart. Oh. Nope, forgot about that. Louder. Oh. That's exactly what I was looking for, but. Soren, I need you to do things a little faster. Bonk. So if we get in the steel path, we can get guaranteed arcanes. Otherwise, our odds are, I think, like 1 in 3, 1 in 4. It's not a guaranteed for an arcane. Let's put it like that. Can I please? Oh, I was gonna say, there's one thing that does suck with the elevators, and that they are kind of a little janky sometimes. So I take a Sadly, it doesn't actually tell you who your Stalker is. I really wish it did, so I could be like, hey, thanks man afterwards, but I guess that is supposed to be part of it, is that you're intentionally playing as someone anonymous. Which I don't think we've done. Like if that was the Stalker, we instantly just have lost. I'm Stalker, so I'm out. Okay, that can just not. I think it was either. I think it goes give 10, I believe. Might be, or maybe 12. One of the two. I have imbued my wife into my weapon. Without context, that is a really weird statement. I'm realizing. Power that sucker faster. We only found the one beacon though, which is a shame because no Parvo sister. Which I know they do give random names for them. Which is kind of cool. And I was trying to. I guess you're basically recovering. Start popping people like a Duviri all over again. Oh no, we got one. For some reason, it just didn't. I guess it came so fast it didn't even tell us. And bam, bam. Just teleporting around like a crackhead. Got one over here. And boom, bam. Gotta defend the capsule, which weirdly enough, it doesn't seem the capsule can die. Even if it gets taken out, it'll just slow. Like, I've never lost one because of a capsule. Yeah, we just dropped for a moment. We ran HP on it. Like, it's expected from my understanding. Most ones that I've had, unless we've had like basically a perfect run. But we're getting a lot of ribbon slivers too. This is how I got mine the first time. And boom, bam. And we got to the exit. We're good to go now. Now I vanish into mist. Unfortunately, I can't choose a squad to help. As much as I would love to be like, oh, I got some people that can pop in. Be like, nah, that's not unfortunately how it works. But I do get a whole bunch of stuff out of it. Ooh, we got volatile motes, vestigials, got arcane battery. But yeah, I remember doing a whole bunch of this. I'm not touching Urali for that one though. Urali is too frail.
Did you know Cephalon Samaris is here? Ordis was so terrified. Respectful of Samaris once.
I would be terrified of Samaris too. I don't think there's something right in his robot little head.
With the impossible behind you, all that remains is what is necessary.
That's easy enough. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, that's easy. I have to do the rare planes of Eidolon fish. You can do that. We're not about to pull up my crew for your next stream. Ah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Ordis knows what to do. Ordis
Till
Alright,
then.
let's get
That was a pun, Ordis. That thought was supposed to be
this
bypassed.
Belly of the Beast thing done. Well, I think we'll alternate between back and forth between doing standard and doing Stalker. We get a nice mix of both in. We get a nice mix of both sides in. It's gonna be the same stuff either way, but you know, it goes. Also, I just noticed my Discord things popped up in the top left corner.
All that is left of her is the moat in this cave.
Yeah, we get some extra dialogue as well.
Ordis could have
I'll be fair if anyone's having trouble watching me figure out where I'm talking. You at least got the thing in the top left now. But yeah, I got myself popped up there just in case anyone wants to pop in and go into call to communicate. Better to be prepared. We do have our own Stalker now. Fortunately, he cannot see what we're saying, I don't think. I don't think being the keywords. I don't quite remember. Yeah, it's been 2 years.
She could have been a force of something greater. She still can, as a weapon of my righteous desire.
Bro, are you? I don't think that's how that works.
The market made freer, one smoldering beam of jade light after another.
I don't think we want to be doing that,
You
Parvos.
don't even realize it. You sound exactly like one of them.
Thank you, Ordis. I'm glad someone here has got some sense.
You will not believe this.
No, I'm listening to this, Ordis. The audacity of this man.
Ready for transport to the surface.
Oh, that part. Yeah, I don't
Ordis
believe
has
that either.
preemptively supplied you with unique air support. You will be able to jump higher. Have fun.
Oh, yeah, bet. Alright, find one of those beacons. Find them beacons.
Starting elevator ascension and they have cut the power. Ordis is
Of
afraid
course
you will
they
have
have.
to power it manually. Look for ionic charges.
Got one.
Willfully triggering those sister beacons? Ordis fears his operator is looking for trouble.
No, Hopes is correct, Ordis. Hopes is correct. We are ganking them. There you go, nice 20 in there. Yeah, it's 10. Alright, that's good enough. Let me in! Let me in! Where are the victims? Ooh. Ooh, hang on. I hear a thing. There it is. All right, we got a sister beacon. We got a sister beacon showing up. We got a sister Parvo showing up. Give me free resources, baby. Is the name of the game? That is getting stuck in the wall. Is not the name of the game, though. Like, let's say that's not a fun game to happen to you. Alright. Smash them all! Pound them into dust. Aggressively. Very aggressively, notably.
A man who has known starvation in his youth will never tolerate waste. Be warned, I will not let Jade's legacy be squandered, nor that of Orden Karis.
Well, if you care about their legacy so much, then why are you not opting to ask what they would want? Like, I feel like that's the first step, my dude. You gotta ask what these people would like, and you gotta respect their wishes for it. You can't just do whatever and hope that goes well for you. That's not how that works. You know, there's a thing called manners. You seem to be severely lacking in them. Mr. Granum. Yeah, where? Someone's down below still. We might have something to do. I thought we had a good group down here. We, in fact, do. I will say, you will get used to the Jade Light Eximus unit. I was gonna say, I hated them at first, but nowadays they're just ground slams into the off the side of the building. Nice. That's okay. Let me solve my problems the old-fashioned way by beating the stuffing out of them with a single button press. God, I was playing as Gara. Just tapping that and just pop, pop, pop. That just destroyed. Singular button. All it takes. Boom. Alright, we're almost there.
Hey, sweetie. Guess what? By the time I'm done with you, you'll never fall.
I wonder, I've seen the, so these Sisters of Harmos, by the way, can spawn with ephemeras. I've had them spawn with ephemeras. It's really neat, actually. Unfortunate, but really neat.
Does that seem like a satisfactory outcome to you?
Yes. I'm personally all for this interaction.
The capsule is rebuilding its shields and will not move until it is done.
Protect the capsule. Protect the capsule and all my Raven slivers. Yeah, let me tell you, this operation's good for one thing especially, and that's Raven sliver farming.
The corpus are dealing serious damage to the capsule.
Good stuff, let me tell you. Alright, we got the entire army coming up. You know what that means? Spam one. Spam one and break. Nope, we got another group coming. Out of the way. Gone. You gone as well. Not allowed to be here.
You did it. Now, bring the volatile notes to me on the rotor relay.
Another job well
We can do that. Alright, I forgot to get gallium here too. I forgot this is actually a decent gallium farm spot too. A nice vestigial moat, a little bit of volatiles. So giving an arcane ice storm. Yeah, I remember getting a whole bunch of arcanes here too. Like a lot of the ones that I had. Is arcane ice storm one of the ones that I have? Oh, shoot, there's one that I'm thinking of. Come Melinda. After we do the next Stalker mission, I'm gonna check to see what our little 10 moat missions are looking like. We can go accordingly, but where's Ortis?
Ortis.
Come here, boy.
This Odin Karis fellow. Ortis feels like he too would have stood up for Jade.
I refuse to say anything. Anyone who knows knows.
The operator is not working alone. Tough choices.
No.
Ortis knows the stories of Odin Karis.
Yeah, as you can see, I got plenty of blueprints of this stuff, though.
Is not dissimilar.
But, yeah, secondary fortifier, arcane battery,
Both were used and then discarded.
arcane ice storm. I got them all with the initial, when they first came out, with the initial Jade Shadows stuff from that update. I got all of these. I did so much of it that I got plenty of it.
Perhaps the operator
And then I remember afterwards, they had like, oh, we're going to rerun it because there's some issues. We'll run it back for an extra 2 hours. Myself and plenty of people just abusing it. I do wonder if I'm going to run into any people that are actively streaming as well. Kind of funny. But I can see who they are. You can actually see that I'm marked as number 3 in that. Once we get towards the elevator section, I'm gonna actually start using my invisibility and whatnot more. To be fair, I have 1100 energy. I'm not worried. Also, Iatan sculptures can spawn here. We've had, I know one of them spawns under, I don't remember which bridge it is, but there's one of the bridges they can spawn under. Take that. Dropping that here. It's like right here. Oh. Nice, I didn't get stuck under here for the moment, but these beggars can't be choosers. I just need to make a proper despair build at some point. I'm just hoping we found those beacons. Oh, there's one. Still don't like the fact that I hear this one and I can't, it's right here in the corner. That's where it was. I knew it was somewhere nearby. I'm like, ay ay ay. Well, between the elevator and occasional killing of enemies, I'm just gonna be bringing moats and looking around for the... So at least contributing somewhere. Because it is a mutual failure on all of our parts if we don't get the... Okay, we're fine. That real quick for me. Alright, bring that one up. Give them a speed boost. Okay, good our time. Never mind, I'm just doing nothing with it. Stalker just acts that it is. Get through the beacons though. That's the important part. Should be about top side. Can I game? Thank you. Yeah, I forget how slick these elevators are for some reason as well. That's like the one thing I do remember being a big old nuisance with them. But yeah, if we are lucky, we will see one of them today that has an ephemera. And it will be just a random one. Like, it'll be a random element one. Like, the weapon that gets random every single time. The element they are is random every single time. Like, I've seen one of the ones that has, like, the little orbits around. I've seen a poison one before. I think I've seen a lightning one as well. Again, it's only 20%, but... You know, you do enough of this, you're gonna be bound to see one eventually. That. Good enough. Get cleaved. And kablam. And okay. You know, fair enough. Funny bug, but okay. To be fair, it was because I was mid-animation, probably. Hey, we're doing others. We're doing it. Yeah, I was gonna say, let's do this. Oh, actually, what do we have? Spy, sabotage, survival. I think I'm gonna do the steel path survival, personally. I'll just switch to...
For so long it has just been Ordis and the operator together on the orbiter. Now there are many, many other people.
That's Deimos. We're not touching that with Hildred. Hildred actually just does not do well at infested missions. In terms of sucking energy from them, because they don't have armor, they don't have shields. Alright, time to become too angry to die. Problem solved then.
Operator, did you know Cephalon Samaris is here?
We're bringing out hate.
So terrified. Respectful of Samaris.
I'd be terrified of Samaris too, Wardus. That's okay. I know you said it before, but you know, I don't blame you for saying it again. It is a pretty major point. At least for your Cephalon life. Mr. Wardus.
You must provide cover for a lone Tenno operative. Set off the alarms and keep the infested busy.
Keeping them busy is my
The infested
specialty.
are releasing toxic spores into the area. The emergency life support I am delivering is your only chance for survival.
To try and get myself already up to... That's paralysis, not a cry. Oh yeah, look at this now. I just need Wisp to juice me up and we're...
capsule.
Shred them all. It's like Pokemon, so to catch them all, you gotta shred them all.
I delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Let us write gospels of fire and steel. My angel.
Break it down! Break them all! Break every single one of them. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't matter when I'm doing 1 damage, I can attack so fast they really just get stun locked the entire time. To be fair, doing way more than 1 damage is the thing.
Hunhow, prepare for life support.
Pop Gloom now, never gonna die.
Additional life support has arrived.
I do love additional life support, that is true. Alright, back to speed. Speed blitz them. Nope. Ah yes, ASMR Valkyr smashes you up with a scythe repeatedly for 3 minutes. Yeah, sorry I'm not being so talkative all of a sudden. As you can kind of guess, I'm just kind of going on a rampage right now. That means I'm kind of just focused in. Game can't stop me. Oh yes, I will say, for tomorrow, I got us back on the same seed as before. Slightly different stuff than previous. I learned something very interesting, and that's that if I go ahead and pick up the same exact item, same exact order, I get the same exact run no matter what. If I don't, like I picked up one different thing instead and I also picked over on another one, I actually don't have the exact same items as before. But I am in a slightly better position than previous. I got up to the mission that I lost on, or the level that I lost on, completed it, and then I'm at the shop section right after. So it's basically nothing that wasn't just there at the end of last stream. We've got a queen, 2 rooks, and 2 queens, 2 rooks, and a knight.
Spore saturation is nearing critical mass. After that point, no amount of life support will save you.
Let me correct myself there. I know I got the maybe the Anka life, the Kia life, I think. It doesn't matter. We'll get there when we get there for tomorrow. We'll get there when we get there. I'm just gonna swap this back to parents.
The odds are in our favor now.
They are. I concur. So how the other one's doing? 58,000, 35,000. Not bad. Do I got any more of these that I want to do? Spy's gonna suck. Interceptions. Okay. Escort to interception. Again, yeah, I just would never expect this to come back. Not that I'm upset about it. To be fair, I feel like the reason... I'm assuming that one's... My Light Goes With You. Is that one the one that's for completing Jade Shadows, or is that the new one? What's the new one's called? Volatile Moat. Straight up. Nah. I shouldn't that my Stalker Some Dolly isn't as rare feeling now because literally I could have gotten it today.
Focus impressive.
But
Give them all warriors' death.
yeah, you get it. You get the point. But honestly, I'd rather it lose a little bit of its value and people still be able to have the item. It feels less rare. Because at least everyone else can get some enjoyment out of it then. Honestly, I wish they would bring back... I get Excalibur Prime not being a thing. That I'm perfectly fine with because we got Umbra. He's basically the equivalent of Excalibur Prime. But... there's one thing that I do wish, and that was... it's not that. These things would die right now. That's what it is. I want to fit in Necros right now because we get so much Jade Light value out of it. Oh, radio. Oh yeah, that's right. Nice is also getting buffed too. I forgot about that. I think it's getting some spicy buffs. It's gonna be a little bit easier to use and play. Not gonna feel as rough. Which is always a plus. We love that. Shred everything. Big ol' thing. Big meaty claws. Big meaty claws.
You have control of all 4 towers.
I'd hope we do, considering I've been smashing every Jade Light Xmas in a 50-foot radius that I can see. Along with every cousin of theirs. They're covered in slime. I'm assuming it's probably what it is, because it's raining slime. Where are you going? Oh, this is how we solve the problem. Eviscerate every single one of them that crawls in that nasty little hole that they're coming from. Where are you coming from? Where are you?
The enemy has captured a tower.
I make a song joke there, but I'm like, I don't think that would hit as well. Either everyone watching it would understand, or no one would. More of a partial Scooby-Doo reference. On the topic of Scooby-Doo, I've not seen Scooby-Doo in so long. I want to go back and watch some of the things. I know I have some of the Scooby-Doo stuff. I think one of the weirdest ones that I know that they've done involving Scooby-Doo is there's one involving Kiss, where like Kiss is a bunch of like hyperspace alien warrior people or some such like that. I don't know the exact premise, but it's funky. Never what I would have expected with a Kiss collab with Scooby-Doo, though. Spinning around in a circle.
They are broadcasting another message. Make sure the enemy never receives it.
What enemy? They're all dead. Gotta let my energy regen a little bit.
This tower is ours now.
Shred his face! God, I wish I had like a Wisp right now, or a Volk or something. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I want to melt his face. I want to cut him. I like to just see that I'm just smashing his HP bar up. I've not been defeated? That's a lie and a half. You've been defeated.
Things seem tough. Nora knows, but believe. Though it's going out of style, there are people working to make this system a better place.
We are dominating.
Alright, give me more. The Doomslayer thing in the background. I can't do that. I'm going to get copyright struck potentially, but like, oh, it'd be so funny if I could. That or just oh, if I do Dante's theme. So you got like Devils Never Cry. You've got Devil Trigger. You just for Nero. Get Subhuman. I don't think Bury the Light works as well here if I was gonna make some kind of cheesy edit like this. It's just a Valkyrie going on a rampage. It's dumb, but there are I can think about it because it'd be funny. This is not 2012 anymore. To be fair, if it was 2012, we would not have Devil May Cry 5 yet. I'll be talking like I'm some Time Wizard stuff right there. That or you'd think I'm insane. Either or. Guys, I come from the future. They have Devil May Cry coming out in a few years. Another one. You'll never guess what happens to the character. We're also gonna get Virgil as a DLC character again. That part's not as predictable, or that part not as unpredictable, but you know, we're gonna get Dante, Nero, and we're gonna get another guy called V. Like, what are you talking about? Also, Dante's going to murder a thing called King Cerberus. And Nero's going to show as much disrespect to his opponents as Dante does. Also, Nero gets giant robot arms. See, I said that, and someone would probably be like, you know, I wouldn't be too surprised that, like, I without context, if I knew enough about 4 when that came out, I could be like, okay, I could at least see robot arms, some more Nero's Devil Bringer. That has different functions there. I'd be kind of curious as to how he got the robot arm, though, but that part's at least believable, I feel like. So maybe that's also just me.
It is done, Tenno.
Oh, that's 2 out of 5 Steel Path missions. That's a whole bunch of extra volatile modes. We got a little bit extra Steel Essence. We get Arcanes that I still need. Speaking of which, I got any of them that can meld right now into... Those are my mods. Any Arcanes I can meld into something better. Again, I'm gonna keep all these stored as a single. Because that way, whenever I don't need it anymore, whenever I'm gonna sell a copy of it, I can just go ahead and make a copy of it and sell that copy. Without potentially having any issues with mine being like, oh, well, you might have equipped it on one of them, like I had when I had a double Arcane Energize, to the point where I just broke it down and just manually put the other one back on for the ones I accidentally put it on the others for. Like, at least something like this, I can be like, okay, I don't have to hold this one there yet, I can just have a full thing there. Well, to be fair, that, and I'm not using any Bellicose on any of them, I don't think. Something like Battery, I definitely couldn't afford to. Or like Barrier.
Everything in orders, operator?
Very big no-no.
Is that a pun?
Okay, Agility.
I will attempt to bypass this fault.
The only fault I have is fault in our stuff. That's a book. Pretty sure that's a book. Eh. Irrelevant. Very irrelevant right now. I think it was an ice. I think I've actually gotten 2 full things of Ice Storm before. I remember selling one off for like 45 45 platinum at one point. For a fully leveled one. And I'm like, eh, it was because it used to be a lot less expensive than it is now for like a max level one. I think the max level right now is actually isn't. Let me double check. Again, you're gonna get muted for a moment, but Warframe.market. Arcane Ice Storm. Buyers looking for a max one. Oh no, it actually has gone down in well. That's for people who are online right now. Never mind. That's only for the people who are online. I'm seeing a lot of them that are like 40 plus. Yeah. To be fair, it's gonna be dropping in price again. Unsurprisingly, though. Just because of the fact that we're all doing the stuff now, so there's gonna be a bigger supply of them. Rather than the occasional group of people doing it. Deep enough for Murky Merciless. I was right on that to level that up. Which is nice because I actually can do... I think I used this on a couple guns that I have. So that's just more damage. This I'm like 4 off of Primary Deadhead I can level up as well. That's what's nice. Alright, so I'm missing 11, well, I'm missing 10. And then this is done. And then this I'm just missing, like, 4. Got full primary crux already. You got any secondary dexterity that I can do? Secondary merciless is always good. We need more of those. Fortifier, enervate, surge. Still need more of this. Universal fall I still need more of too, so I can actually get through Oberon, but meh. I ain't touching that spy mission with the 10-foot pole though. I hate spy missions personally. Excavation. I actually could use that. I actually could do that one. We got another half an hour for it. We'll come back to that one in a little bit. Someone remind me before end of the hour. Well, before it's the end of the hour. We can do it like 50 after or some such. Oh, who do I want to play for this? We're going Harrow. We're going white and gold priest Harrow. I wish I could change up the color slightly, just more precisely. Because I'd love to make his head gold as opposed to white. I feel like that would look a little bit better. Where it's like the facial pieces are white. And the head's the gold part. I wish to give a nice contrast and be nice to invert it. I don't know. Maybe we'll get to that point eventually. Because I'm like, that if I could just individually paint every single piece, I could make him look a lot more priest-like. But that's not how this works. This is not Monster Hunter. Actually, in Monster Hunter, you only get limited piece per. So I was gonna say, I can't even say this is Monster Hunter. Even Monster Hunter has a little bit more options, but like even still.
Could that be your Orden character?
Well, I'm either 2 or 4.
I recognize that voice anywhere.
Unfortunately, don't get to see Stalker anywhere on the list.
You from
If it was just a Stalker, just to see the thing for it.
And their renegade leader are taking my volatile boats.
They're not yours.
Them.
They're,
Ordis's name
I was gonna say mine, but I'm
is
like, that's
Ordis.
not true. I mean, I'll be getting them as a reward, but like, I'll be doing good things with them. Like trading them to Ordis, and then bringing them to be sent to the sun for Stalker and his wife. Hey Stalker, look, I got something too. Hey, look, I got a green one too. You got a green one, I got a pink one.
Sending air support to help you jump higher.
I've got part of your wife. Sounds so bad out of context.
What? The elevator's power lines have been severed?
Alright, there we
You'll have to
go.
supply
One.
power manually. Find ionic charges scattered about. You do not want to take the stairs.
I don't think we have stairs.
Those sister beacons are meant for the Corpus troops to call in backup.
Oh yeah, that's the goal. Oh, we got it. I believe that there's one guaranteed low, one guaranteed mid, and then I believe the last one is either, I don't know if it's high guaranteed for the last one, or if it's anywhere the last one's at. I feel like it's probably anywhere, so we had two that were pretty close together. Bring that one over. That's disappear? It's not here anymore. Maybe someone took it. Probably.
You are not immortal, Orton. Even a doughty Series 2 will inevitably burn out. What will your last conscious thought be as your housing clouds obsidian black and your identity dissipates into sour smoke?
I mean, that's kind of grim.
You will recall these moments of stubbornness and regret them.
Alright, Dark Lord, calm down.
Paris should have
Slit your throat.
and when he had the chance.
I agree. I agree on this one. You know, we don't advocate for violence normally, but you know, we also don't like greedy corpus man that is trying to manipulate us. We do like him more than the queens, though. Use some respect for the corpus in there. Not that. Just snipe that one and bring this one over. Alright, we got a couple of them now on the... Just on the ship, but this is an elevator, so... Doesn't really matter. I don't think so. Keep her going. Almost there. I can take a look. I've admittedly not used Jade myself. I have an idea on how she works. So I would say I'm probably not the best person to ask, unfortunately. But I can try. I'll at least give you some tips on where I can get with some generalized stuff. I'm sure I can figure something out. I apologize, as I said. I wish I could be a little bit better help, but I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, oh, you gotta do this, 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 this. Even when I don't have Jade myself. So, I do have to. Same as my stream name. I'll look at it after I get to finishing this level up. Worst case, I can plug it into the calculator. There will be no sound because that for a moment, but I can pull it into some stuff there, look at some numbers, crunch some stuff. We can figure it out. Just as I said, just be aware that I will have to say everything with a big grain of salt.
It's gonna be livid when she hears it was me who took you out.
Corpus, the enemy is on their way to extraction.
Oh.
Does that seem like a satisfactory outcome to you?
I mean, considering their only other option is just die. Yeah, I'd argue that's a pretty good deal in comparison. You can take that and get whacked. A little. care. At this point, I'm not even really using Hera's abilities. If I was playing a little bit Steel Path or do Theory, I would be, but we're just trying to have some fun with it. That said as well, if you would like to pop in, feel free. Obviously, let me know so I can actually get you in, but I got no qualms. I think I have this thing marked as... No, yeah, I do.
Now, bring the volatile notes to me on the radar relay.
Alright, there we go.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Oh my gosh. Secondary search isn't terrible. More volatile motes and vestigial motes. No. Extra little bitty goodies. Alright, let me pull it so I can actually look. Two red duration, two yellow, one blue. Okay, give me a moment to pop that in. I won't be able to put the shards in, so take that with a grain of salt as well, but... Okay, we got... Frame... Again, I'll be quiet for a moment. That is me being tabbed out of the game. Fortunately, Warframe does not like it when I try to do so with stream stuff, so again, bear with me on that one, please. Alright. Where is Jade on the list? Here we go. Energy siphon. That is... So it was on the Exilus slot.
Orders reminds the operator to take
Hunting
time
drift,
for
auger
themselves.
message. Message there. Conning drift on Exilus. Then let's back up. Okay, a little scuffed, but that aerodynamic definitely is a good choice there. Jade and Hildren both liking that, and Titania as well. Got Blind Rage. Let me see what your stats effectively come out to. Again, we'll have to take into consideration with the extra shards because it won't show up here, but Constitution. Transient Fortitude. Continuity. Around flow specifically. Then you have Energize and Augment. Okay, so that comes out to about an effective HP of... You're talking effectively 1400 effective HP. Reduction 31%. It's not bad. Duration comes out to about overall 120% effectively. Pretty good efficiency. Decent range. Good strength. It's 103 and 14% when you get full stacks.
Well, dreamers.
Extra duration is definitely good.
In the deep
Yellow,
mines
one
below
blue.
Fortuna. Unless somebody drops in.
What specifically are we using the yellow and blue for? I know you got the duration on the red, but...
A strange
Pull up with what I have.
biological archive here. I cannot explain it, operator. As you know, I have sustained memory system damage.
Max your
Orders
casting.
recommends leaving
Okay,
at
checks
once
out
and
casting
welding the door
speed, so
shut.
that's Energy max, okay. That's 75% casting. Pretty good. Duration, yep. And then you said for energy max 75. How much HP do you get on energy? Energy comes out to 75. That is 625, 200. Seems pretty decent. Do I change up any? That seems pretty decent. My one concern does come out to just frailness. But to be fair, you are flying around and you do have aerodynamic to compensate for that. So that should help with that issue. Because that is 24% less damage, and you're going to be flying around a lot. So effectively, you're basically taking 75% damage from there into your 31% defense. That's a lot better. It's, I don't remember the exact numbers. I think it's somewhere around like 45% defense, 50%. I don't know. I'm balling numbers somewhere on that one. I could probably actually do the math, but I'm not going to stay here for 15 minutes just to give you an answer on that. Not that I wouldn't mind to, it's more just it wouldn't be fair to you because you're trying to get some genuine advice here. I'm looking at what would be there. I would say the one thing I do know is a lot of people generally have said, yeah, it's pretty decent. I might change out one of the casting speed ones on yellow for something else. Just because I know generally people have said that 37.5% is usually more than enough unless you get some really slow abilities. But that's not the personal preference. I personally would. Now I'm trying to think of what I would actually put that on. More duration might not be a bad thing. Yeah, I was going to say, because you are really good on ability strength. 314% is really good. Mind you. So you should be comfortable there. Even without the boost, it's still 254%. That's really solid. That is serviceable. That is very much serviceable. So yeah, I'd probably put one into duration extra, just so that way you have 135% roughly, more or less. Like, I think my Sevi thing has like 200, like even enough on this one. I'm just building full tank on him, so I don't really care about as much about this. I just care about nuking stuff and being able to take hits, because I'm trying to use him for stuff that, to be fair, I still need more on that. And it's not even my full thing there. He's just there for tank. A couple other ones that are more specialized. The Caliban, I think, has everything on there. Still need to fix his efficiency up a little bit more, but you can see you get some weird stuff there. So I definitely think the duration would definitely be a good pull on your end, but again, that is personal preference. If you think you're going to need the extra attack speed or the extra casting speed, then you can definitely keep it. And like your one thing is just you got to be careful when you don't have the energy for staying in flight. That is the one thing I would definitely be concerned about. But I think it is pretty serviceable. You might do some tune-ups here and there, but as a good generalized build, it should get you pretty comfortably. And really, at that point, if you're getting clobbered, you probably don't have enough damage on your weapons at that point then. You just don't want to be getting one-tapped. In case you get surrounded. Which, again, you shouldn't be. Especially if you're flying around. Let me get into the weapons real quick. You said Glory is the other one. I really wish I could just search up this one without needing to... There it is. Okay, Enervate. We got Hornet Strike. Kinetic Might. You do have Diffusion, I was gonna say. That'd definitely be something you'd want here. Charge, Gunfight. Charge. What specifically is the intent behind this one? Let's talk that while I'm pulling this all up. Are we trying to just have this one be stat stick type of weapon, where it's just damage? Are we trying to go for crit, status? So I can look at the exact stats afterwards. I'm just asking ahead of time to get a better understanding of what you're looking for here to make sure we have just crit damage with enervate. Fair enough. Let me go ahead and pull this. Crit chance, what are we looking at when we get down to here? Gunfight's actually not doing too much for you. Punch throw is decent. Crit damage is good. What are we looking at comparison with it on off? Because your sustained DPS is not as high as I thought it would be. Oh, I don't have this one on here. Do we have any priorities? Galvanized shot is... it's giving decent stuff on there. I guess I can toss some numbers on. Yeah, not really anything I see that would be really amazing on... I mean, maybe you toss up like lethal momentum for your Exilus slot, I guess, for slightly thing there, but I'm like... Again, I apologize for this being super quiet in the background. I wish I had like music I could just toss on or something there without potentially causing issues, but that's Warframe for you. At least you're not gonna have to worry about having issues hearing me. We get on Glory again. Okay, what we got? Fusion, Hornet Strike are more or less guarantees. Pull this. Let's see how that comes out to. Get my shot. Look at similar numbers. See what that looks like. Torrent and Enervate. 58, 777. Still do have one slot left as well. Could do that on there. I don't know how much you feel about. I'm just gonna say the one. No, that's melee. Just gonna say there's a 60/60 mod. I'd tell you to use that, but that's for. No, you could still actually. You do have Scorch there. Is there any other? No, it's 60/60 for status. What am I saying? That's not what you wanted. That's not. You want critical. Looking for crit. So I can focus by critical. That might not be bad. We can boost that up. Would be here. Alright, that is improvement already. See if there's anything else I can do to fix up the damage for you. Huh. I think we'd rather have that because that lowers your fire rate. We don't want that. Sorry, I'm still looking there. I've tinkered. I've made some small improvements. It is a slightly less critical damage burst, but your sustained DPS will be a little bit better, and your crit chance will be a little bit higher. So that should help to extend. I know Enervate does give you the extra crit chance. It's one of those things that helps secure them. I'm looking if there's anything I can do to keep the critical damage high without cutting down elsewhere. I think Galvanized Shot, if you're going for there, might still be decent. I'm just looking at the raw stuff. Because unfortunately I can't combine both of them for the build tool I'm looking at. Ooh, that's actually not good. We probably don't want it. I'm trying to see what's going to give you the best bang for your buck, personally. Fire rate, nope. You're looking at... Because if you were building for status, that'd be a little bit easier. Not to say that you should just switch to status, it's just me just saying that easier, because I can be like, okay, we're slapping on a whole bunch of those 60-60 mods. You know, we're slapping Scorch, you're going to put Pistol Pestilence on there, Frostbite, you know, you're going to get a blast and thing there. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. So I'm like, I do have to go this a little differently, which is fine. It's just I got to take a little bit more of a keen eye, especially because I want to make sure I'm actually giving you good suggestions. Which I think this might be... I'm gonna crunch some numbers real quick. On a critical chance, my calculator. So I want to see what the numbers come out to, because I want to make sure I'm actually giving you a good. What we got here. So assuming on an actual hit, times 5.9. That's okay. It's about 60. A little less than 63. What's your average come out to? Let's actually compare that. We'll round up on both of them to say. So that's about 11,000. Then 9,500. It's actually a little bit less damage, and that's my concern there. Problem is it would be more consistent. I need to see the exact numbers on Enervate. Give me one moment. I should have that myself so I can just go look at them. Enervate. On hit increase. Chance by 10%. Actually, at that point, you might not need that mod. Let me adjust that thing. I was gonna say you probably don't need that one then. Alright, what we got? We got that one be better. Keeping it strictly where you are. That would be, that comes out to similar numbers. You do lose base damage then. I was gonna see, is there any situation with this that you might just want better? Does that mimic the same on both? That is. Try this. I'm actually curious to see how that would come out too. No, that's just not even as good, straight up. Yeah, that would just be... I think it is doable. As the only thing that's throwing me off is that the tool is definitely trying to lead me towards status, which is also just not what we're looking for here. So... Ugh. Not what I want to see, but... I was gonna say, knowing that it's still not... It's pretty decent, though, I will say. The only change that you realistically could make is maybe swapping out and give yourself more multi-shot or thing that I'm trying to think what would you replace it, because galvanized shot actually is doing more for you than you'd think, especially when you actually have conditionals being applied to it, where you're getting galvanized diffusion in there, because you're about tripling your average hit at that point. Well, a little bit less than triple, because it's showing your average hit being about 730 before any other modifiers, into about 1850. So you're about tripling it, a little bit less than. Or maybe about 2.5 times, I guess. So it just has some value. So the one I'm seeing the lowest value for is Merciless Gunfight, and that's because it's just critical damage at punch strip. I'm like, is there any other good critical damage mods that aren't just like Hollow Point? Because if we're looking at strictly, like I said, we got Pistol Gambit, that's just critical chance. You got Hollow Point that loses damage for critical damage, which you would get up to about a 6.2 times. But you're losing damage flat out, so you actually come out to basically about the same. Critical chance really isn't going to matter for you there, because Creeping Bullseye, and you're also losing fire rate for that, which... not worth it, and I'm like... Pistol Acuity is something there, but I don't think you're constantly hitting weak points. I mean, obviously you're able to constantly hit headshots and other weak points, that's great, but that's way too situational. The game isn't considering it, so I'm like, I think this is definitely pretty decent. I'm also just realized we got a lot less critical boosters than I thought we did, too. Because I'm seeing so many of them that convert status. I see raw damage, I see status, I see fire rate, I see a lot of stuff there, but I'm like, not as much crit as I thought there'd be. Huh. But yeah, it's not bad as a whole, though. I was going to say, because your numbers roughly come out to, because we're going to say, so you get to 1844, which is a little bit less than 1850. Times 5.9. So you're getting about 11,000 on that one. So it's not bad. It's definitely not bad per shot. And that's also not counting the fact that you're going to be constantly putting your critical damage per shot. I think it's pretty decent. What's there? Obviously, some of it's with testing. And you got thing there, but it does seem pretty decent at the very minimum. I'm like, I wish I had a copy of the exact build right that I could just copy onto and then just test to give you some numbers, but again, I don't have them because I don't have Jade, but I don't know, the numbers are showing up pretty decent. You should have enough to be able to make it work. Some of those things, if I do, I don't sometimes. Sometimes I just like to keep it chill with this. Because one of those things, if there's a little bit more pressure on the... Well, then the fact I don't even have access to it right here, but... To be fair, that's easy enough. I can easily just go cut through these and get onto there. But I'm like, even if I was going to do the Belly of the Beast stuff, there is some cases where I'm like, I just like keeping it chill. Plus, I know there's plenty of people that, whenever I do play publicly, also just don't do Steel Path in general. So, Alright, let me get Titania out. We're just gonna go ahead and do this solo real quick. I'm gonna cut my path over to this real quick. See what I can do. So like maybe we'll give a, maybe we'll do some Steel Path for that one.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Might as well. It's always appreciated. I wouldn't mind taking that. I'll take you up on that then. Let me finish this one up since I got the mission started for it already. So, like, if you want to go ahead and do on Steel Path, I'd be down to. Just, I usually don't prioritize Steel Path as much just because of the fact that most of the time, like I said, I get people, and they're like, oh, I don't really like Steel Path, or I don't have it unlocked. And it's like, fair enough.
We cannot let our target know we're here. Track them down quickly. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
Bonk. No. Nope. Solves my problem right there.
Stay focused. There's a heavy
Gonna laser his
approaching.
face, but
Success. The captive is safely
I
in
don't
our
think I need to do
hands.
that anymore.
Congratulations, Tenno.
Can't really put my finger on why, you know, it's a little strange, wouldn't you say? Where's my exit? Where's the exit? Going the wrong way. No, that's fair, that's fair. There always is just some funny shenaniganry of being able to mag dump your opponents and then just dying at stupid high levels. Plus there is some just incentive to actually getting through all of Steel Path, not just because you get the levels for it and everything, but just the feeling of accomplishment. But I do understand for some people, it's just not their cup of tea. So on my end, I just don't really do Steel Path as much. Maybe here and there, but
Here will serve you well.
alright, let me get you actually into this. Let me. If the game wants to let me get out to the menu. Fight. And then let me actually switch my frame so I don't have a semi-frail one. Yeah, it's fine. We can do that. I'll bring Sevi in. Because he should be tanky enough. Valkyrie would probably do fine too. I'm sure I could probably use Hildren. I also just like using Sevi. I'm very biased towards him. To be fair, Sevi was the first frame I got, aside from my starting one. So, yeah, I was gonna say that'd be a good thing there. Worst case, if we are having some issues, I can go back and reevaluate it, and we can try and figure out what the issue is there. Because if the issue is just that we don't have enough defense, essentially, we can slap something on there, or, you know, if we need, you know, more energy, we can slap some on there.
He too slaughtered Oregon at a ceremony in his own honor. Tell me, does any memory of that?
I will say I am nowhere near the best builder in the world, but I'm at least happy that I can make a half-usable one.
Mr. Branham! Otis does not know what you are battling about.
Mr. Grannon, get away from those volatile motes. But yeah, the biggest thing is that you can only apply so much number theory until you actually get to the point of testing. Once you get to the point of testing, that's really where it comes out to.
The capsule is ready. Onward and then upward. Otis has unilaterally enabled air support that will boost the height of your gallant leaps. Enjoy! Willfully triggering those sister beacons?
Yes, yes we are.
Fears his operator is looking for trouble.
We are, in fact. Oh, there's a third. Can I get the third one, please, game? Yoink.
You'll have to supply power manually. Find ionic charges scattered about.
That's my wrong goddamn. I just nuked myself because I did not give myself the right gun. Good job, me. We don't talk about that. Use the actual one that I intended to, not the laser one that I have equipped in my secondary as an emergency. Gloom up as well, so I can actually get some sustain going. Oh yeah, we never talked about, I was gonna say, we also never talked about if you've got any helmets or not too. I forgot about that. That's kind of important too. good helmet could definitely make or break a build. Assuming you actually are using one. Some cases you really don't need to. Alright, I've got a helmet. Alright, helmet. They got a volatile one set in the corner. Not in the corner, but on the thing. Just nerfs. Okay, pretty standard fare then. Okay. I know Nourish is a pretty common one. I know Gloom gets used here and there. Like, I use Gloom on my Valkyrie just for extra sustain to make her extra bulky. I know there's a few. I know Roar's another pretty common one. I see the occasional of I forget which one Mirage gets, but I know I see the occasional one for Mirage here and there. Alright, let me grab these.
Mr. Grump, you will not succeed in this venture. Leave now, while your losses
Hey,
are
Desecrating the Dead's not cool, man.
This will not do, Warden. You are causing me considerable inconvenience. Which of your
Bonk.
many precepts has gone awry? Would you like me to arrange a realignment?
I'll say the one thing we also do have to consider with this is that you're going to get imperfect results just on the basis of the fact that these are going to be all Jade Light Eximus units, so there's a little bit of salt that has to be carried over into. But to be fair, if you can handle the Jade Light Eximus units when it's all Jade Light Eximus as opposed to standard Eximus, probably okay. I find that those things are way more dangerous than most of the other types. Look how frequent they are here. Hotfix inbound. Oh boy. To be fair, I should have expected this. You need a Warframe update somewhere if there's not a hotfix inbound. Got injured. I'm taking a screenshot of this. Uh-oh. Ready to retake that. Yeah, that's fine. I hope we got no issues with updating. Worst case, I'll just stitch the two VODs together. I know the updates are prone to some issues sometimes.
Hey, sweetie. Guess what?
Oh, speaking of ephemeras, we got one that had an ephemera this time.
You'll never form a consonant again.
I mean, it's a shame because it's one that we can't get, but like, still a pleasant surprise nonetheless. Okay, let me pull this one. Never mind. I'm not gonna get ganked by some corpus. I'm trying to get a screenshot with there's text all over it. I like taking a picture of the screenshots in the notes. Just can't. To be fair, I like keeping it for tracking purposes as well. And I think that it did. Yep. Of course, as soon as I click it, it goes then. But I was gonna say, that didn't do too bad. You held up pretty decently. You go down once, but it happens. Yeah, 40% total damage is pretty good. Actually, you and I did really well. I took a lot of the damage, but be fair, I was kind of expecting that.
Navigation has been updated with new invasion.
Alright, we got... That's Hitman. I don't want to do that. I want to use my screenshot software. Nope. Bear with me. We got the last one right here. I'm gonna read these in a second while we're waiting. But again, I like taking them both for myself and for we got. Alright, we introduced No Warden saying down on Monday, and I really want to make sure you don't miss it. For everything else, all you need to see is that glorious new cape. For some reason, you requested your actual mission enemies with it equipped. So fine, we fixed it. For 6 deja vu, probably intervention. Suggestion. Figure out to take Stalker from Poly Beast and use him in regular missions! I'm curious how that happened.
All accounted for.
There's not time for this. It's really funny to see him face off against an Eidolon, but he has responsibilities now. Okay, the tally for Lollygag is officially over. To be fair, I want to see someone playing as a Stalker jumping an Eidolon. That sounds hilarious. 2016 is back with this secure electives bonus credits to also apply on kills from damage over time effects from the weapon, even if it's not willed upon their death. It's 10 years. Oh god. Which number is the No Warden? Was that one of the ones that's there, or no? It might be in the crime resurgence section.
Let's talk about the good stuff.
It is.
For all time's sake.
Oh, this one. I've seen this one before. I will say that it has some nice aura. It is a shame that it's Regal Aya, but I do understand why. But that is clean. I forgot how clean this is. Ooh. Got any other neat looking ones right there? Old funny Sugatra on there. Stack prep. I was to say if he's not the best one for that, Sevi is not the best one for that at all. No Warden, Verve. Got a few ones here. I still need to get the Pyra Opula one. Fair, I'm pulling on my 23 Aya though for a reason. And that's because anyone who's watched me for long enough knows about my luck. I either have amazing luck or I am god-awful. So past futures, guess you got Arthur right there and Excalibur. Buddies in gaming. I like that one. Oh, that's kind of cool looking one for the war fans. I still love the fact that the 5 ducats and 5 void races for a single Aya is still a thing. It's kind of goofy.
Good.
Oh, drones, right, I completely forgot. I forgot about the drones. I forgot about the drones. We got one more to put in. I gotta put my, Come on, I'll put this one in. I guess I put him, like, right here. I put this one like right here, I guess. I'd say yes, but I want to potentially cause some issues. So I know people have warped around a little bit and that's caused them some issues, but I would definitely be open for seeing it afterwards, assuming there's no issues. Like I said, worst case on my end, it decides to nuke me. I'll just get back on whenever it allows me. Which really shouldn't be that long. Let me fix this drone right here. I don't think it will, but it's an update. You never know with these things. Alright, well, we have my 9 domestic drones. We have my entire army of drones now. This is beautiful. Got my Duviri one finally. Okay, we should still, let me see if I'm able to, okay. Give me a moment then. I'm gonna quickly exit out myself. You're going to see a black screen. That is me, that is not you. That's because I have exited. Allow me to, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly block out the Warframe thing because I have my login on that. As much as I don't think people are going to be able to see there, I do have part of my email on that, so... I don't use my stream email for that. If I did, I wouldn't care. But this account originally started as my personal email, and I just changed the user for it because it's just a lot easier than restarting the game entirely after, like, a year and a half. Because I had frames that are no longer available on there. Well, outside of Prime Resurgence. Alright. We're back in. No issues, luckily. And we should be... Wants to detect again. Oops, it's... Warframe, if we want to... Okay, there we go. Just took a moment. Yeah, let's see your orbiter. So I can't promise mine's as good, but I like the idea of it being a little cozy. Indeed. Alright, let me get mine. Or this one right here. I'll have to show you mine afterwards too. So I can't promise it's perfect, but... Oh, Jesus! I was not expecting to see this all immediately. Got a book there, we got... little guy there. Do you like that for a little steering wheel? Bobbleheads. Ah, you did the same thing I did, except you made yours more chaotic. Got all the floofs right there, I can see. Whole bunch. Get the rocket toy, get the necroloid floof. Some of the technocytes. Got the we got Glassman.
Surely you'd like to know where they are.
We got a Grenier, we got a tiny little figure.
Let me out, and
I just love the fact that you just have the rainbow everywhere. You can't escape the rainbow. Like, they really said you could be tasting the rainbow on this one. They weren't lying. Oh, jeez. What is this? Oh, it's one of the Entrati. I know what that is. That drone is internally screaming. So is that one. Like how we just got just a thing here, we're chilling. See, it's all the Steel Path ones. Is that a car remote? You didn't miss too much, just me looking at everything, saying we can't escape the rainbow. We got some of the Entrati things there. Is that a car remote on the thing there? Where'd you get that from, out of curiosity? I don't think I've ever seen anyone that has...
Apparitio, the system needs you. Will you begin another mission?
Is it a car remote? Maybe it's one of the other fish. I don't think I've ever seen anything... Because you got some of the planet ones from doing the Steel Path variations. Fair enough. I like how chaotic all of this is, though. Bit of a nightmare to navigate, but... there's something funny about it. Got the staff right there. Got a sarcophagus with the fingers. Got a foosball table. Air hockey table. It's a fraud! I don't know if you could hear me, but I'm clapping on that one. Oh, that's hilarious. not expecting to see that at all. Just popping up. Just Yuta is a fraud. Oh, that's amazing. Just vibing right here. We got center right there. We got a reactor. We have a little tiny ornament sitting in a chair. That is a giant. Here's Shawsons too. I got a couple of them myself. Got a little Sprodling chilling. Oh, that drone's now good. He's not tweaking out anymore. Actually, he still kind of is, but what we got? Which part are we going to next? We're going to the Helminth room, or where'd you go? I've lost sight of you. All right, here we go. Helminth. Holy! That is a lot of decoration. Have you ever seen the what is it? Have you ever seen the There's some guy that I've seen on. I googled it. I remember. I think it was a Reddit picture at some point. It's like from Reddit. I think it was. There was a guy who had. So you know the when you go to do the index for an hour, you get one of those John Prodman posters. He had his entire orbiter covered head to toe with John Prodman posters on the floor, ceiling, walls, everything. Also, that's a lot of. I don't have nearly as many as you do. I'm sure you probably have different colored ones in some areas, because I know they do change based on what primary colors you had for your Warframe. You got anything done with his face? Oh, you did do something with it! Oh, that's kind of cute. I like these little Zenith crowns on it. Are those Zenith crowns or the Exemplar ones? Little crown decoration to give him eyes. That's cute. I like that. Got inside here. I like how this is just weirdly empty in comparison. Like a Chimeros. I'm assuming you probably still haven't figured out what to do with it, if I'd take a guess. Which is fair enough. There's just little Sprodlings tweaking out right here as well. Just bouncing around. That's fair. Here, you want to see mine? It's nowhere near as chaotic and detailed as yours, but... Let me see if I can head to... Return to my orbiter. My thought process with mine was just... What would be... Let me just...
Dreamers. Ever think about what lives
Just do that.
below
So I can get you
the
in there.
surface?
I need you to pull back up, and then invite to orbiter. You'll see the army of drones. Don't mind them. I have an entire little section. They all just spawn in the corner.
Well, dreamers. That's
Got a few Iotans set up. I like the way that they look. We got this one over here for the gyre, because little gyre one right here is the first Iotan I ever got. Fun fact for you. So I'm like, I want to keep it in my decoration. I think it kind of looks cool right here. Not enough. I know I have more of them somewhere. I just haven't gotten around to it. I want to move them at some point. So I kind of stopped putting them on here because I want to get some shelves and put them somewhere and put the bobbleheads on the shelves and make an entire thing of just shelves of bobbleheads. So I don't really continue putting the bobbleheads in there, even though I have plenty. Got a little bit here and there. Got some supplies. Wasn't too much. Just some of the stuff that I started out with. Just putting stuff down. Just put a little bit of storage stuff here and there. Manual. We got a box of snacks on the side here. I put Glassman over here. Carrying one like a little rug. I haven't really figured out I want to do as much with this section yet. Just got a little thing here. We got a potted plant. I've seen people do some cool stuff there. I'll probably put some like carpets or something at least down here. I think I could do that. Got this spot right here is where all the drones spawn from, the 9 of them that I have. Just a whole army. Actually, at least if I can fix it real quick and I can show you. There you go. They all just scatter. Got the little trap thing. I actually wouldn't be able to... I actually can't move this one if I want to keep it here where it is, because I like where it is. It's just if I were to move it, I wouldn't be able to put it back because this is now where it is. Because the Conclave one, if you remember, used to be all the way up where the computer is. So, moved it right there. The Ember Heirloom Rex. What the helmet says I'm here. I still need to put some more stuff in here. It isn't as detailed, but I got the little eyes on him. I'm thinking of putting the bobblehead collection against right here. We do have a little floof or two in here. Got a little Technocyte floof right here. But I'm thinking I'm going to put... I did add a little bit extra into here. If I pull up right here onto the screen. I did add a little bit extra. So we got a little clump there. Looks a little bit more natural. But I think I'm going to put my bobblehead wall like right here, I imagine. And I'll put all of them here. Got a little Legosite. We got... I think that we got some flowers. As you can see, I don't have anywhere near as many flowers as you do, but I have a few. Let's head into the... I'm not sure what this is, but I've put the Vitus Essence there. I just figured it looked okay there. We go into here. I don't have everything set up here yet. Just trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with this, but... Don't worry about the illicit chemical lab in the background. We don't talk about that. I need a bigger table for it, though. We have my entire coin collection of Granum tokens. Got some Exemplar ones, Zenith ones, basic ones. Got Terralist kneeling. I still need to get a Gonchalist and Hydralist. I've just not had any luck with them. I've got two Terralists. But he's kneeling to the giant golden hand. You know, as he should. And then we have nothing to see here. There is nothing to see here at all. We don't talk about that. I do actually need to get more Chem Lab stuff set up for it, though. This area is a little bit more detailed. Got a couple of my precs, not all of them, but a handful of them. Some pedestals. You can see there's my other Terralist right there. We got some of the one of the Orb Mothers. Got this one from Barrow along with a couple of the ships. You can see all of the factions that I generally use. And this tank is one of every single rare fish in the game. Got Kuthol, Sinithid, Glopid. If you look in the back, you can see the Norg just chilling. Karamote, Acapulmo, Flagellacanth. Flagellacanth over here is my first rare fish I had. It was a large one, so I kept him in the tank. He's got sentimental value to me. Traumazon over there. A few things on this table. Some little sconces there. Lighten things up a little bit. I don't remember which. I got this from one of the Night Waves. I know this is one of those that you can only be obtained from the Night Waves. So, I think it's kind of cool decoration. It fits vertically, so works here. Got some Duviri planters, because man, you should have seen how happy I was. I was so happy when they introduced some of the extra decorations with the Valis Undermined update. So I could actually start growing plants in here. See how I get the Duviri plants, get some like the Drackroot, Conla Sprouts. I think this is the Ivani one, I think. Don't quote me on that one. Got a little bit right here, scales, decorations, got my own reactor. Lockers, got a little ship right here. The bunnies. Don't know I'm gonna do this bottom shelf yet. Haven't figured it out. It's too small for putting another big figure like this in. Do the Arbiter's Stingray looking Iatan right here. I figured I got one on that side, I got one on the other side. Got some cool stuff here. So I got one the Orb Mother Exploiter, one of the standard. It's got a little table with some of like the Murex and the thing there. We got the music. I do also have the aquarium for this one. I just don't use it because it takes up more space because it takes up the paragram that's right here. And also, I don't mind having the Empyrean. I can put the little fish on, not the fish, the ships right there. If I wanted to, I could put one of my Warframe Articulats in there, but... So I do have a couple backgrounds for this. I think I'm using the Perrin sequence one presently. I know I have Arbiters, Perrin, the Joffy Scrawlings, Nora's. I think Barrow has one. Let me go double check, actually. I can tell you exactly what I'm using right here. Or no, actually, can I use that one? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I did used to have one of the Iotans on here, and then the Lotus helmets right here, and I'm like, well, can't really do that anymore. Here's the problem poster I was talking about from earlier. I still can't post some lunatic. Got a whole bunch of them, covered every inch of his base. Ceiling, walls, flooring, all Prodman. But yeah, nothing too crazy on mine, but it is cozy. I'm happy with how it came out so far. I'm still slowly working at it more. But I wish one of my friends was on that I could show you. He's got an entire, in this room, he's got an entire collection of plushies versus, so he's got like he's got several of the Eidolon ones down here, a couple Grenadiers, Corpus. He's got an army of plushies defending his operator. But like I said, I'm happy with this, how this came out. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's not got everything I want to. Oh, look at the little plant right here too. Old Deimos plant. It ain't perfect, but I mean, it gets the job done. I like how it looks. It's nice and homey. It's one of those things I'm like, I wish there was a nice bed or there's an extra room that I could just turn into a bedroom, but you know, we make it work. To be fair, my character probably just sleeps in the chair anyway. Alright, let's rock another thing of missions. Yep, we're doing more operation with the Ascension mission. If so, I'm more than game to do. We can do a standard or we can do a Steel Path one. Either's fine. Also, let me tab out real quick and do this for you. You're under no obligation, but if you do feel like popping in, I am in voice call right now, so if you do want to hear me talk live as opposed to having a few seconds delay, feel free. Again, no obligation. I'm not going to put a gun to your head and say you have to do this or else. But the option is there if you do feel like it.
Tenno, there's a time-limited mission alert available. Check navigation.
Nope, that's operation. I was gonna say that's the Steel Path. I'm like, no, that's the operation. The wrong one for a moment. But yeah, I will say for clarification, I do generally have some kind of schedule for the most part. Warframe is always on Wednesday, so I don't know if you're strictly here because I'm playing Warframe or if you want to stick around and come by for anything else, but if you're here just for Warframe, I definitely say Wednesday is definitely your day. Otherwise, I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. For the most part, outside of any small changes like game releases that I've been looking at. Monday's gonna be Resident Evil or some other kind of game like that. It's Resident Evil right now. There is no thieves or renegade leader. None of it's yours. But yeah, Monday tends to be Resident Evil for right now, unless I see something else. Like, I know I might pull Dead as Disco, because I know that came out recently. And we did, was basically Chess Balatro on Monday. Thursday is usually another day. Mostly it's gone to Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Wilds, but area. this is the right way.
The height of your gallant leaps. Enjoy.
And then Saturday is usually some kind of social game.
Fantastic. The
Whether that be
capsule is
something like
full of moats.
Dead by
Now
Daylight
you can
or
escort it up the elevator.
Phasmophobia, Tabletop Simulator. Knock knock, who's there? Is it the tax man? I paid my taxes already.
Sister beacons? Orders. Fears his operator is looking for trouble.
Yes, how are
Orders
you?
they have cut power to the elevator.
Can I
Find
not jump on the
ionic
thing there?
charges nearby, or else we will be going nowhere.
Eh, nothing too crazy. We're doing some of the operation stuff. I actually remember doing this back when it came out initially. I'm feeling like a lunatic. I guess enemy work. There you go. Sitting here like I'm doing nothing. Trying to find some shenanigan. There we go. I was just talking about some of the other stuff that I do. Yeah, more or less. Can't say it's anything too exciting, but that's how it goes sometimes. I mean, there is new stuff, so better to do it. Fair, fair. Same to you. Like I said, if you do want to pop by, let me know. I can get you in next round. I got no qualms with that. I'm doing okay otherwise, though, yeah. How are you? How have you been doing? How have you been doing? I'm going way too high up. That is not where that... Oh, there it is. I'll say, this is also going to give me... This gives you stupid amounts of ribbon slivers. This event giving me way too many. I'm going to move this one so it's not in the corner. But like I was saying beforehand, usually Monday and Thursday are kind of whatever. It's been a lot of Resident Evil on Monday and a lot of Monster Hunter on Thursday right now, but between having what is basically Chess Balatro come out, I know Dead as Disco popping out, no, that's fine. I got a couple people who call me that as well, so it's whatever. I generally, as long as you aren't calling me something completely ridiculous that I wouldn't recognize, I can generally get the gist that you're referring to me. So either works. I'm not going to be picky about it. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, we got Chess Balatro tomorrow. So I'm not sure what we're doing for Saturday because Phasmo got an update yesterday as well with character customization finally. I think we're probably gonna be doing that on Saturday, honestly. The 2v8 being out, maybe we'll do both. I do like 2v8 as well. It would be fair, I do want people to play that with. That's like the main thing. If I got people to play it with, that's one.
Do you still believe you earned your happiness through honest work? Have you forgotten how they burned that placid smile onto your face?
This is not listening. La, 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 la.
Ah, yes, I love Ortis. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Yeah, they added character customization in Phasmo, just in general. So you have 12 presets, and if you did the Easter event, you get a couple little pieces there, and then beyond that, you'll be able to start. They got a between today and the 11th. They've got. I don't have a section in the Discord, unfortunately, for that yet, but I'm like. I can figure something out. I can always add a channel in for that. That's a next floor is where it is. I can always add a little channel in for that between Balatro and I got. It was basically the chess version of it, so. What should I tell you? That's been a lot of fun playing. reason that I saw it and I immediately went, well, I gotta put this on stream now, 100%. Once we got to the first 2 difficulties without too much trouble, got about halfway into the 3rd one. It's supposed to be rigged, but unfortunately the person that rigged it, since they spoke a different language, for whatever reason there's some issues that it just doesn't rig properly, unless I'm explicitly using my computer in that version of the language. Which is just, it's a thing. It's unfortunate, but it's a thing. I'm still happy with how the model turned out at least, and I'm still grateful that I have a model in any capacity. It's just, unfortunately, I'm going to need to have it done at some point where it's going to be re-rigged at some point. Which, as you can imagine, is not the easiest thing. Otherwise, I'd be having it fully animated and whatnot now. But... Where'd you go? Are you down? No, you're up here. I was gonna say... Speaking of people playing stuff, hello, Halo. We're running through some stuff there. Yeah, I was just talking about the fact that we got some, like, yeah, I need the model rigged again at some point. Because I don't... So for context, I had someone that was, Indonesian rig it, and for some reason, unless I'm using my computer, and my computer's language is set to Indonesian, it just does not work. I've had multiple people test it. I had someone who's French that was able to use it, but anyone who's been American that has touched it before just could not get the model to actually do anything there in the rigging software. Which is, again, it's weird, it's a shame, but you know, I'm still grateful I have a model. Because re-rigging it is an issue, but it could be a lot worse.
You did it. Now, bring the volatiles to me.
Yeah, possibly. It's one of those things I'd have to talk about it, because you know how that is, but especially because rigging stuff's an utter pain in the behind if you don't know what you're doing, but I do appreciate this sentiment at least. But as I was saying before, Halo, since you popped in, I did think on some for Saturday. I think what we're going to do for Saturday is, I know we're at least going to be doing some Phasma. We'll either do half and half Cs, or we will do just full Phasma, one of the two. Just as a heads up to you. Because I know we were talking about it in DMs last night. Okay, we can do half and half then. That sounds fine to me. So at very minimum, I'll have you. So we'll definitely be able to at least get some in for that. I'll have to figure out what we're doing, which one we're going to start with. It'll really depend on who's available for what times. So maybe we start 2v8 and then go into Phasmo. Maybe we start Phasmo, go into 2v8 after.
Extracts a tithe of blood
but
and pain.
I'm fine with doing like hour and a half, 2 hours on each, easily. Again, it just kind of depends. Oh, we got 2 weapon slots. Actually, I'm very happy about that because I need some weapon slots without having to pay platinum for it. Second station's nice. That's like Arcane Barrier, even though I actually have it. I still love the fact that for this, Nightwave, we just have Caliban Orfeo, Drifter/Operator form.
Yeah.
One of those things you'd never have expected it. What do I have for this? You up for doing a, Tomato, you up for doing a rescue mission?
To report that all my good jokes
I feel like that shouldn't be too... That's what I'll say for that one. See, I feel like rescue mission shouldn't be too bad, Ben. It'd be nice and quick. I poke at the spy mission, but I'm like, I don't like spy missions. Those things suck. Absolutely least favorite mission type outside of defection.
The art of
And I'm
combat
not
must
afraid
be
to mention it.
practiced
I don't know anyone
to
who likes
truly
either of those
master
modes.
The canvas of war.
I feel like it's pretty fair to say.
Stay focused. There's a heavy
Cool,
unit
stimulus.
approaching. Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
I do like most of the other modes, though. Alright, sounds good. We can talk about it afterwards, yeah.
You can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
So let me put my thing back up to Conculus. I think Conculus might be better in this situation. Alright. Sounds good.
You are approaching the
You have a good
holding
one.
area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. Bypass complete. You may
Just
proceed.
don't get caught. Simple as...
This is the jail. Our hostage is in one of these cells.
I knew you would come. Thank you.
Alright. Like I said, you have a good one.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command.
And if you're
in one
back
piece.
before I end up
Find your way
finishing,
to
feel
the
free to
exits,
pop
and don't
by.
leave the subject behind.
I generally stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, so... Get, cannot get stuck on that. Come on, Mr. Warden, I need you to get jumped in the face. Thank you. It's very kind of you. It's nice talking with you as well. Thank you for popping by. That's the one thing I do love about Belly of the Beast being back, though, especially. Ooh, all those free shards. All those free ribbon slivers. So I feel so slow. Let me, not be slow. Sliver over here while we got it, and then... Get game. Okay, that works there, but when I'm just below it, it doesn't count. Lovely. But yeah, this is Riven Sliver Central for this whole event. Like the first time it popped by, I think I was at like 20 or 30 Riven Slivers, and I walked out with like 400. And that was before I even had Steel Path unlocked, so... We got Foley's right there too. We have Pain. Alright. More belly... Yeah, I'm gonna play Caliban. I'm gonna switch over to my Bolter, though. I've used Torrid enough today. I can go back to my Motivore. I need my big, angry motorcycle hammer.
All that is left of her is the moats in this cave. Otis could have...
Oh yes, for tomorrow, I should clarify. There's one thing I want to mention.
Help Otis stop Parver's Granum.
We'll try to finish up the run, but after tomorrow's initial run being finished up... Oh, Gallium.
Corpus, these thieves and their renegade leader are taking my volatile moats. End them.
Give me a second. Sorry.
Bordis's name is Bordis.
Yes. But I was saying, so, because of the extension mode, and I'm like, well, I do like the extension mode. I wish it was a little bit more interactive beyond just crumble mode. I get an occasional deal, and y'all get to decide how to screw me over. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty fun, but... And I will actively take every deal, as long as I know I'll have people that can actively vote. I could give y'all something to torment me with while I'm playing.
The capsule is ready for transport to the surface. Sending air
But on top
supports
of
to help
that,
you jump higher.
I will go ahead and pull out the the timer. I'll give you 2.5 minutes to figure out what we're doing with some of my money every round, but that'll be after we finish the initial run that I've got mostly finished up. So I do want to finish that at least. Just took the time to get back to where we were.
Those sister beacons are meant for the Corpus troops to call in backup.
Oh, that's the plan. We are gonna pick a fight. Absolutely. I mean, do you not know us, Ortis? You see, all of us in this squad are simply built different. We pound Corpus for breakfast. I don't know how we're pounding them for breakfast, but... So it doesn't exactly make sense, but... You know, don't question it. There are things that you don't want the answers to that you can question.
The elevator's power lines have been severed. You'll have to supply
Alright, there's the last
power
one.
manually. Find ionic charges scattered about. You do not want to take the stairs.
Ooh, big one. Womp. That was satisfying. So it would just fly down there and hit perfectly. Yeah, I do need to get some. We need to figure out some sort of tabletop simulator again too at some point. I very much want to do that again, especially if we get Coffee in for playing Mansions of Madness, because I know he's wanted to play that. I did promise him we would at some point if we could get some people for it, whenever he's available.
Corpus reinforcements inbound to your position.
I can't believe we're already in May. Just actually thinking about it, I can't believe we're already into May. Like, we're almost halfway through the year. Last thing I remember, it was still just Christmas time and then stream anniversary. And, ugh, man. I feel old. I'm not even that old. But like, I feel like a grandpa sometimes. Almost like these. I'm actually just pondering it. That one up a little bit. One of them good boats. Ooh, Ricken Spiral.
You know the problem with the Oregon Orden? They would never say what they truly desire.
I mean, he's not wrong with Roth. I mean, you also don't either, but not fully.
That's where our Jade came. The execution. The boogie one.
That's
Are
not
you
Corp.
going to let that be her legacy?
Strike him.
Surely she deserves more. To be part of something.
And gone.
Something.
Bring this.
Honest? Orden did not trust you back then. And Ordis does not trust you.
Like I just specifies. He did not trust you, and I don't now. Oh, jeez. I didn't realize I was that low HP. Let me, pull this back up. That would definitely help. I didn't realize I was that low. Oops. Slight carelessness on my part. That's what happens. No. Up the spring. You know, it's a game that I've not played in a while. that I just randomly thought about. Did any of y'all have like a PS2 with the Lego Batman? I remember playing that when I was younger. Much younger. Playing with my Papa Croc and a little bit of Sister Croc. And oh man, I remember getting through. I definitely got 100% it nowadays, but I remember going through and doing everything. And then the only thing I had left was the Million Stud Challenge. Which, unlike some of the other games, you actually couldn't use your point power-ups for. It was like, so I had a 99.7% twice over. The only thing I just couldn't do was getting that 1 million studs without using a multiplier, which it didn't count for if you used the multiplier. It wouldn't let you. Oh shoot, that's a lot of guys. Yeah, I gloom right now. Like I got Major Dryer. I probably should be using that more to cover my HP. I don't even think to use that because I don't even touch it ever.
It's no coward. I'll give it that.
Alright, there we go. And shred them all down. Shred that one down. And that one. Damage. I love damage.
Has to rebuild its shields, and is diverting all propulsion for that.
Actually, I might go pull out a Sumulist instead, actually. That'd be much more useful.
The capsule, it is suffering grievous damage.
Yeah, it'll be fine, Ordis. It'll be fine. The capsule's functional. Break all the legs. Break the legs. Or at least keep them busy enough. Part of Zomboid's another game that I'd love to play on stream at some point, but I don't know, I'd have to find a server. Go on to a server with people. Like, I wouldn't mind getting a server set up for that, but I would need people to actually be on it regularly with. We need to set up a assigned date that we'd be playing it with. Whether it was on stream or off. I wouldn't mind doing that at all either. It's been a bit since I've played. 115 as a whole so far. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, actually, check this out because I was going to say I got 104 and I had 2 left over. Look, I can't tear blueprint.
Ever think about what lives below?
Working battery, bellicose. Give me 1 second and we can get into the next one. I'm just checking to see what I have that I might be able to upgrade. Do I have anything I can actually upgrade? I don't think I can. Ah, that's fine. Okay. Let's get to the next one. We'll do Caliban again, and I'm gonna use strong this time. That's my frame, not my... Never mind, I think I still got Bolter. That's fine. Bolter's not terrible. Not as good in this situation, but it's serviceable.
Idly by while Parvos leaves the last vestiges of Jade for his Exodus executioner program. He must be BB.
I don't like them either, so you and I both, Ordis. You and I both.
That's the beast of bones.
Just jumping off the side.
They make ballads of you, Warden. Shadow figures told your story on alley walls. Children sat agog to listen. A legacy to
What's
waste.
up?
Troops, dismantle this puny operation and
Puny?
retrieve the volatile motes for the Eximus project.
Uni.
The man you refer to is dead, but Ordis is sure he would also have told you far out.
I knew exactly what he was gonna say on that one. Oh, I can tell you exactly what he was gonna say. He's gonna say some not so nice words, that's for certain. Get fucked.
Sending air supports to help you jump higher. Fantastic. The capsule is.
I feel like
full of
Keldrum would also do
motes.
pretty well here
Now
somewhere. I
we
mean,
can
Jade
check
obviously
out
makes
the
sense she's
others.
gonna do well here. Get that flight. Also, I kind of hope that her own mission she'd do really well in.
Beacon? Trigger too many of those, and you will have to fight a sister of Parvo.
Good, I want free resources, Ordis. That's part of the plan, Ordis. We want to bring them over there, break all their forces, including their generals. Resources. You know, how much we can sell those for, and how much we already have. Well, just look what we need to, we can still use. Grab this one since he's more or less the perfect amount. So, run. That's all I wanted, but I didn't have to do.
Corpus reinforcements inbound to your position.
Uh-oh. I somehow missed that jump entirely. Just slamming down from above and just realizing it. Okay, now I actually want to. That heaven slam. Okay, close enough. Carry up as many of these as we can. So we have some stored on the elevator. Remember that being the general strategy. You'd find all the sister beacons.
Everything changes, little Cephalon. And yet, nothing is forever lost. You could be a man again if you had the ring.
What are we implying with that one? I've never understood that part. Like, what is the implication here?
Ordis is trying to do his job.
Interested, ah yes.
Ordis in peace.
Ordis is interested. Excuse me. I can guarantee you Ordis is more interested in clobbering this man as well. When it's nearby. I'm gonna grab these two slivers first, but I'm gonna look to see if I can grab that big one. That 3 times speed up would be really nice. I'll act like that out of the way, but you know, same general idea. Alright, got that. Died. Metis, I was gonna say, what do I pay you for? But Like, I don't think I can. If you're kind of you're literally an animal as well. I can't exactly pay the I can pay the owner. I'm like I'm the owner. Oh, we got another one that has an ephemera. That's a lightning one, I think. I love that these ones are also just so weak in comparison to the standard ones. What did we get? 140 endo so far. I'm curious on that. We got 2 steel assets. I think 3,000 is not bad. Decent cash farm. More important for the actual special resources, but you know, we're not going to complain about free money. Pretty sure there's one decoration that's like 10 million straight up. Like 10 or 15 million.
You did it. Now, bring the volatiles to me on the Rudder Relay.
Sounds good to me, Ortis. We need to go ahead and... Actually, how much we have? We can go for a little bit more before we do so. I'm like, I don't think we're in that much of a need to go ahead and transfer over unless... Tomato, how are you doing on your moats? Do you need to go over and pop over to Laruda right now, or we okay to do a few more? Want to ask because I know we've been doing it for a decent bit, and you might have some stuff you need to purchase. So my end, I don't really have a ton. Okay, that sounds good. Works for me. Because I'm not really in any situation where I need to immediately get some more. Or get some more stuff, because I'm like, I got the title that's new, and we got, you know, the new Jade decorations, and then the arcanes, but I've kind of just got most of the stuff from there to begin with, just from the first time around. Well, I definitely will pick up several of those statues. I do want a couple of those Jade statues, because those would be kind of hard to get, if available at all anymore.
The beast of bones. Unbelievable. They make ballads of you, Warden. Shadow figures told your story on alley walls. Children sat agog to listen.
Alright, we got the blicky. Got the shotgun blicky.
Dismantle this puny operation and retrieve the volatile moats.
Oh yeah, so
Project.
I was playing the Power World a couple days back. I forgot the fact because I haven't played it in a while since it came out. We were doing a randomizer, and one of our PAL slots for one of the early areas was just a whole bunch of dudes. So instead of, like, I think either the lamb or the chicken that's supposed to spawn there, we just got dudes that chill there.
The capsule is ready. Onward and then upward.
So it is just jarring seeing a whole bunch of guys just vibing.
For the corpus to use in emergencies.
That we ended up, I ended up, as a joke, like, oh, there's 4 thugs beating up a mercenary. They managed to kill him. One of them's half wounded. Let me go and try to, like, catch the guy for the sake of, because I know Power actually allows you to do that. I actually caught him. We have since named him Jerry and put him on the farm. Though I do think that they did update the anyone that you do capture from, like, the humans. Albeit it makes sense it's only level 1 stuff, but it is interesting that they gave him more than just crafting capabilities now. So I remember that was a thing that was just only crafting. Then they can do like watering. They can do transportation, I believe. And you can still do crafting. There's one other thing that I think you can do lumbering as well. Maybe mining. They don't have mining on there. They definitely should have mining. Because if you can pull an axe out of his behind and start chopping trees. Also, I love the fact that despite him having a gun before, just like a little pistol, he just starts trying to beat things up with his fist. Yeah, because that makes sense. I don't think anyone's immortal. Because, well, he's not truly immortal. Truly immortal means you just straight up can't die. Getting the Deadpool treatment. And to be fair, even Deadpool can theoretically be killed if he got completely atomized. And not even like a speck of him remained. So there's a whole thing of like, he regened in one comic, I think it was. You have to bear with me on this one because I'm not the biggest Marvel fan. But I'm pretty sure there was a case where he regenerated entirely because of the fact that there was one drop of blood left. Alright, what we got left? Basically waste my entire incarnate on him, but to be fair, that one's made for group AoE as opposed to...
This is a really bad idea on your part.
I do love seeing how different all the Sisters of Parvos look. Because, I mean, to be fair, I say that I have some pretty cool looking ones. I think I know one of them has... I need to actually go onto my ship now that I think my railjack. I gotta go look at that now. What the time after? She definitely can. I feel like I should. Like, I got a couple cool looking Sisters of Parvos, a couple little guys in my railjack. Ones I captured. Sure, a couple of them that I did capture just in general. But I think the ones I have are all ephemera ones. Except for my Zeke, which technically he doesn't really fly for an ephemera case. I just got him because I liked him. Tragedy. You're getting nice relics every so often too. That's always a pleasant surprise to have to get. We get ribbon slivers, we get more gallium. Let's say we're getting our gallium stocks up real nice because I remember we were at like 70 at one point. Filling them up nice and quick. Get a little bit of steel essence. A lot of motes. Alright. Of course, feel free to pop by in the future. Like I said, if you feel you're not obligated to, but if you want to, feel free to follow. I play Warframe on Wednesday. I would love to have you again. Alright, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, I usually play Warframe on Wednesday. If you're up for playing anything else or you want to pop by in general, I do streams Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Wednesday is always the Warframe day, outside of some very minor exceptions. So at the very minimum, Wednesday is going to be your day to pop by. So, but with that said, you take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And again, thank you for popping by and joining in. Wish we could have done a little bit more, but hey, I ain't gonna complain. We had a good time with it. So. Alright, let's go before I look at my stuff. There, I'm gonna see. I got stuff to purchase. My railjack after. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Ordis and
The volatile motes are in limited supply. All right, operator. Provost Granum already has Eximus units.
yeah, I
in
can
the
get this
field,
already. We can
but
get volatile
if he
mote.
gets his hands on
I'm
enough of
one off
Jade's
from being able to
volatile
buy this
motes,
decoration. You
he can
gotta be
effectively
kidding me.
Build a true Jade Eximus. He would be unstoppable.
Oh my
Ordis
god.
knows the operator would not
One.
let that happen.
Okay, I should take a couple copies of these though. Because once these are gone, if they don't show up in rotation, they're gonna be worth selling. People that didn't get the chance to get them. So I definitely want to have a couple of them. Like, is there a limit to how many I can get? Well, at least one.
The operator is not
notes.
working alone.
See,
So many
450.
Tenno have come together to help Jade.
I don't think I ever got a Jade. Actually, no, I do have Jade in the cooker. That's what it is. I know I have Jade in the cooker. And then these are easy enough, because I just need 210. You get 210 vestigial motes, you have one full arcane immediately. That is something immediately to note, because just you need 21 of them.
Very well.
So I got about 20 of them.
Ordis will see the operator back on the orbiter.
Right, well, I got the title at least. That's a big thing. Then we need some decorations. We'll have... How long is this going for? We got like we got basically a month. We got until beginning of June. I mean, we'll have a good couple streams, at least. And that's assuming I'm not just playing off stream either. This is gold already, and as you can see, I've already gotten enough from that. To be fair, I already had gold on the trophy anyway. If I were to go to the dojo, you'd be able to see in the trophy room that I have one of each tier already. Anyway, right. I was talking about my railjack. Help me in. Yeah, we got this man right here.
Ready when you are.
Then we've got... You know, we got one of my guys just doing his thing. Yeah, here we go. We got one of my...
Operator, Ordis is picking up a distress signal.
Yeah, she's just kind of... This is my poison one.
No, it's just the corpus peddling their wares again.
Get off the emergency frequency.
And I have... Where's my lightning one at? I think I have her somewhere. I will say, though, with the, what's it called? The new people. Here she is. I forgot the fact that she just got planks. Forgot about that. And we got this little man right here. I do have another one for my Grenier, but my Grenier one is level 2, I'm pretty sure. So I remember we did that one on stream, and I got really lucky / unlucky where I intentionally wanted to level that one. And just with one piece, I actually got all of it in the correct order in like 1 or 2 attempts. It was really funny, but also really unfortunate because I actually wanted to level her up some. First, I haven't won everything. It's not a bad thing. Alright. Let's do... Defense isn't bad. Is Pluto Corpus? It's Corpus, right? It is Corpus. I'm actually fine with using Hildren then. Where's Hildren? Here we go. Okay. That is fine. I was gonna go ahead and switch over to the other one, but that's fine. But yeah, I think we're We're not in any too much of a rush. I mean, we got some of those nice volatile motes. I mean, we're one off from getting the one statue for Jade. And then we'll kind of see how we're doing afterwards. I'll check the time. If we are getting, depending on how it goes, if we are getting to the point of stream normally being over, you might have to, okay, game, can I please load in? I'll have to pop Cora afterwards. We'll go ahead and I'll do Cora for next mission. I think my Cora's okay enough built. So I can definitely pop Cora out after this one. She's not too much different than Gara. Her figure isn't too dissimilar either, her main ability. Whip full attack. Yeah, quick suck on them real quick. Alright, let's get Ica Storm going. Actually hit him. I have not touched these weapons. I have not touched the Balefire Chargers in a while. I need to re-up the damage on them. Not doing too badly, but I could definitely be doing way better. Not really. Whatever. Give everyone a little bit to work with. What energy will be used to go ahead and power bio weapons that I will use to blam you? That's how that works, right? How janky Ica Storm is sometimes. Trying to fly a little bit. To be fair, it's more of a levitation than a full-on flight with this one. That's probably why. Steel Warrior stuff to give me some more. Just slowly whittle him. Just out of range. I need your shields, so I can nuke you right here. Thank you kindly for your contribution. Take that. Because I'm not right next to you doesn't mean you get a move. You're going to stay there and you're going to think about what you did. Until you die. And then you're going to kind of just die. That's kind of how that works. That's not... You can take that, thank you for my shield. me that. Sweet, sweet shields. Uh-oh. I don't think he liked me. He took exception to that. Oh, we didn't get kill him in time. That's unfortunate. I was gonna hope that they would have gone ahead and took a moment, but it is what it is. Alright. We got Cora going, so them's the rules. I have that redeemed there for a reason. And I literally keep an example of as related to Warframe, so alright, I don't have Cora the most built. Let me make sure I at least got my whip claw going.
If I may say, operator,
No, I'm not still using the janky stuff that I had from before. Let me double check what I have on Gara. I more or less am just gonna copy that over. I actually think I could put the upgraded pressure point. Actually, I can put upgraded pressure point on that. I do have the better one. Try one. Then let me go ahead and switch it back to Cora, and let me make sure I have the whip claw as not suck. So I did have it built. Sorry, phone. Just manually redo it. There's a lot of. So it turns out both of them kind of go to the hole. Pressure point. Fever strike.
This reminds the operator to take time for themselves.
Jagged edge.
Pressure creates diamonds, yes, but it also creates rubber.
And surge. Weeping wounds, blood rush. Yeah, no, I definitely didn't have them before. And then, do I have Gladiator Rush? I do, but I'm gonna put that off here right now just for time, because I need the time extra. Should we go Jagged Edge? Put that on, it'll be better. Only downside is I won't have. Actually, I probably want Drifting Contact on it. Just right here is exactly what I need. I might be able to get away with. I'm trying to think what I could probably downgrade. Can I put regular pressure point on it for right now? I think I could. Yeah. It'll be at least a little better. I definitely gonna need to put some stuff on because I more or less know what I'm gonna put over it, but so I want the primed version of this, but I just need a little. To be fair, do I have? No, I think I have the thing on it already. I do. To be fair, easiest thing I can do for that is just add an extra of the what's it called? Matter Eye polarities and just drop it like right there. Or I can always just drop one of the Naramon ones. Alright. Pull up my gun, we got Torrid out. I want to use Torrid right now. Then let's run. Let's at least try to get a decent mission in. It's not gonna be too low rank. Got any good steel path ones right now. It's just survival. I don't know if I got thing for it, but I'm like, let's do a survival mission. That way we can at least get a decent thing for Cora. Since you did spend the redeem on it, I want to at least make sure it's worth something. Yeah, this one basically is the same as Gara's.
Prepare for life support.
So build it pretty similarly. So I'd love to actually have that extra damage on there, because I knew it was much higher before. I just need that combo duration. It's gonna lead to a lot better critical stuff. Oh shoot, yep, there's the poison. That is the one thing I hate about this, though. It's whatever, I can... This. To be fair, I think any of my frames would have probably died there, because Cora has decent HP, and... God forbid I was playing like Ureli or something right now. Ureli would absolutely get melted. One of the few frames I don't recommend bringing into Steel Path at all in most cases, unless you have like a really, really good build, or you've got like, you know, a Ureli alongside someone else that's doing some kind of combo shenaniganry. Not to say I don't think Ureli can be brought to Steel Path, it's just I think she struggles there a lot more than most other frames do. Like, I know people like for example, Mag I know has some issues as well. And that's because she just, with some of her abilities, more or less just gets a level cap. Well, from watching and from a little bit of experience with Mag. But Ureli is just too frail. She just does not have good armor. Alongside... I mean, she's got decent shields, though, to be fair. But, again, not high HP, not high armor. Is a devastating combo. Also, why we like Miralina. Throwing a little bit of extra with the sea snares and such. That's a Necros.
Additional life support has arrived.
Yeah, I still need to touch up Cora some. You can probably tell which frames I've actually spent some time investing in building into a lot more than others. And I'll actually set the time down and look at numbers and figure out what I want to do with them based on what I know they have for abilities. You know how that goes. Need more combo. So then I just get more damage. That's also why I like having this kind of same thing with Gara, because it just... Ooh, it feels so satisfying. So the thing either dies in one hit, or it gets close to. With that prime pressure point on, I'd probably do it a little bit better.
Online. Our lone teleoperative is working faster than ever.
Okay, there we go. Speed things up a little bit. Oh shoot. Okay, well there goes the. Can I revive, please? Yeah, I do need a little bit better to build, but I'm considering the fact that this is just whatever I had slapped onto Cora, and then quickly carrying over what mods I did have for doing there. I can probably do a lot better. I didn't even look to see what the numbers come out outside of the base damage, so I'm kind of curious with that. But alrighty, let's get out of here.
You are a blade. You exist to strike.
You have 5 steel essence out of it. Also, we're 1,000 up. Of course, you know, we probably should have stuck around for that. I realize. Bit of a goof there. Bit of an oopsie. It doesn't matter. It's one arcane, it's not like we can get more. Oh, let's make one final pit stop over at Mercury. Go to Terminus. Brunda. I think given the time, we will start wrapping up stream soon.
Keep the volatile note very well. Parvos Granum already has
Give me the
excellency
decoration.
within the field.
There we go. We got 14 left so far.
Okay, Mortis will be here.
Well, 13 effectively, because I want at least 51. Or 41 rather. I want to at least have one left over. Oh, let's figure out somewhere to put it. You know, maybe we can put it in the, we're too slow to do it manually. Maybe we put it alongside the, we have actually one shelf from earlier that I was talking about, not sure what to do with. Maybe put it... Nope, that goes under. Maybe we put it like... Do that for right now. I can always come back and adjust it as I need to. Got one of those little feathery things from Jade now. A little remnant from her. But yeah, I think we will start wrapping things up, that said. Thank you to everyone who popped by. I'll be back tomorrow. We're picking up more of Gambonanza. We're gonna try to get through Rook, or not Rook, I think it was Night difficulties next. We'll go from there. And then afterwards, if anyone wants to, I'll start taking after that run. I'll start letting people in chat decide what we're spending my money on and seeing how far we get. This will be a great idea. We saw how it went the first time. It'll be a great idea, don't get me wrong. I say as we're probably gonna, yeah, to be fair, we could get a really good run as well. It'll really depend, I guess, what the seed is. But that said, take care everyone, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Or, why did I just blank? Alright, take care halflings, have a wonderful rest of your day, I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Bye bye.